May I present you? Baron Christian de Neuvillette.
A rather fine head, is it not? The profile.
Messieurs de Clichy, de Versailles.
Enchanted. He's not ill-looking, possibly a shade behind the faction.
Monsieur is recently from the Touraine.
Yes, I've been in Paris 2 or 3 weeks only. I join the Guards tomorrow.
Oranges, milk.
We have an audience today.
A brilliant one.
Oh yes, all our own people. The gay world,
Madame de Guémen,
The Bon Athen.
whom we adore.
Madame de Chavigny.
who plays with all our hearts.
Why, there's Corneille, returned from Rouen.
Are the Academy all here?
I see some of them. There's Boudou, Boisseau, Kyoto, Bergerac, Colombie, Bourset, Bourdon, Arbo. Those great names, never to be forgotten. And look at last our intellectuals. Barthelmont, Evame Doctor, Felix Henry.
Sweet sirs, how exquisite their surnames are. You know them all, Marquis?
I know them all, Marquis.
My dear boy, I came here to serve you. But where's the lady? I will be going.
Not yet. She is always here, please. I must find some way of meeting her. I'm dying of love, and you know everyone, the whole town and the whole court, and you put them in all your songs. At least you can tell me her name.
Macaron, lemonade.
And then she may be one of those aesthetes, intellectual as you call them. How am I to speak in that style? I have no wit, this fine manner of speaking and writing nowadays. Not for me. I am a soldier, and I am afraid. There's her box. The one on the right. The empty one.
I will be going.
No, wait.
Not I. There is a tavern not far away from here, and I am dying of thirst.
Milk,
No.
orange juice, muscatel.
Ah, here, wait. I'll stay a little. Let me see your muscatel.
Ragueneau!
Ragueneau, poet and pastry cook. A character.
Sir, have you...
Permit me. Ragueneau, confectioner and chief support of modern poetry.
Oh, too much honor.
A patron of the arts. Maecenas. Yes, you are
Undoubtedly, the poets gather around my hearth.
on credit. Himself a poet.
It is true that for an ode,
You
I...
give a tart.
A tartlet.
Modesty. And for triolet you give
Plain bread.
bread and milk. And you love the theater.
I adore it!
Well, pastry pays for all. Your place today, come now, between ourselves. What did it cost you?
4 pies and 14 cakes, but Cyrano is not here. That's astonishing.
Why so?
Why, Montfleury plays.
Yes, I hear that hippopotamus assumes the role of Phaedon. But what's that to Cyrano?
Oh, have you not heard? Monsieur de Bergerac so hates Montfleury that he has forbidden him for 3 weeks to appear upon the stage.
Well,
Well, Montfleury plays.
Yes. What then?
Ah, that is what I came to see.
This Cyrano, who is he?
Oh, he's the lad with the long sword.
Noble.
Sufficiently. He's in the guards. His friend Debray can tell you more. Debray, looking for Bergerac?
Yes, and for trouble.
Is he not an extraordinary man?
The best friend, and bravest soul alive.
Poets.
Swordsman.
Musician.
Philosopher.
and such a remarkable appearance too.
Oh, he might have been a model for Kyle. One of those wild swashbucklers in a mask, hat with 3 plumes and doublet with 6 points. His cloak over his long sword cocked, like the strutting tail of Chanticleer, prouder than all the swaggering Tamerlanes hatched out of Gascony. And to complete this Punchinello figure, such a nose! My lords, there is no such nose as that nose. You can all look upon it without claiming, "Oh no, impossible, exaggerated!" Then you will smile and say, "Oh, I might have known." Presently, he will take it off. But that, Monsieur de Bergerac will never do.
No, he keeps it, and God help the man who smiles.
His sword is half the shears of fate.
He will not come.
Will he not? Sir, I'll lay you a palette à la Ragueneau.
Done.
sweet sirs, look yonder. Isn't she frightfully ravishing?
Oh, the peach blush of the strawberry.
So fresh, so cool, that our hearts may groan all warm, loving her, may catch the death of cold.
There she is, quick up there.
Herself.
Quickly, her name.
Madeleine Robin, called Roxanne. A refined, intellectual, unmarried. No title, rich enough. An orphan. A cousin to Cyrano, whom we just spoke of.
And the man?
Oh, that man. Comte de Guiche. In love with her. Married himself, however, to the niece of the Cardinal Richelieu. Wishes Roxanne, therefore, to marry one Monsieur de Valbert, Vicomte, a friend of his. A somewhat melancholy gentleman, but well accommodating. She says no, nevertheless, de Guiche is powerful and not above persecuting. Well, I have written a little song about his little game. A good little song, too. Here, I will sing it. Make de Guiche furious, naughty little song. Listen.
No, adieu.
Whither away?
To Monsieur Robert.
Careful. The man's a swordsman. Wait. Someone looking at you.
Roxanne?
Oh, very well, I'll be leaving you then. Good day. Good day. Everywhere else they like to hear me sing. Also, I'm thirsty.
No sign of Cyrano anywhere.
Just wait and see.
I hope you've not seen the bill.
Shall we go and sit upon the stage? Come, Valbert.
Robert. Would be calm. That scoundrel. Quick, my glove, I shall throw it in his face. Who are you? I was looking for a glove.
And you found a hand. Let me go. I can tell you something.
Well,
Linier, that friend of yours,
well,
good as dead. Understand? Ambushed. She wrote a song about him. No matter. There's 100 men waiting for him tonight, and I'm one of them.
100. Who arranged this?
Secret.
Oh?
Professional. Secret.
Where are they to be?
For to dinner. On his way home, tell him so. Save his life.
Yes, but where am I to find him? 100 against one man. What swine. Leave her here, and leave him. I will save Linier.
Montfleury answers.
Opens the play.
Then Cyrano is not here.
Oh! I lose?
So much the better.
Thrice happy he who hides from pomp and power in sylvan shades of solitary bower, where balmy zephyrs fan his burning cheek.
But have I not forbade you these 3 weeks?
Oh, where?
Himself.
King of clowns, leave the stage at once.
Oh, who's afraid?
Thrice you disobey me. Well, 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 monarch of Montebanks, must I come and land a forest on your shoulders?
Thrice
Go!
he.
Presently I shall grow angry. That swan, if you dare breathe one balmy zephyr more, I'll fan your cheeks for you.
Quiet down there.
Unless these gentlemen retain their seats, my cane may bite their ribbons.
Monseigneurs, protect me.
Proceed, Montfort.
Fly, goose, shoo, take to your wings before I pluck your plume and draw your gore.
Here.
Off stage.
1 moment.
What? Still there? Very well. Then I enter left with knife to carve this large Italian sausage.
Sir, oh, when you insult me, you insult the muse.
Sir, it's the muse who never knew your name had the pleasure to meet you, be sure that after one look at that face, that figure of a mortuary urn, she would apply her sandal to the rear. Pray you, be gentle with my scabbard here. She'll put her tongue out at you presently. Be gone! Did someone speak?
And who might you be, Samson?
Precisely. Would you kindly lend me your jawbone?
Oh, Cyrano.
I say be silent. I offer one universal challenge to you all. Approach, young heroes, each in his own turn. Come, get your numbers. 1, 2, 3. Who will head the list? You, sir. No. You? No. To the first man that falls, I'll build a monument. Will all who wish to die please raise their hands? I see. So modest. You might blush before a sword naked. Not one finger. Not one name. Very well. Then I go on. I will have our theater cured of this grotesque boil. Why, if not, then the lancet. Attend to me, full moon. I shall clap my hands 3 times, thus, at the third, you will eclipse yourself. Ready? 1,
Oh, gentlemen.
2,
I think perhaps
3.
I had better go.
You fellows of the Baser swords.
Bravo! Bravo!
It's here that our heterogeneous voluptuous bust was taken suddenly.
Yeah, Howard.
I mean, he had to be excused. After all, monsieur, why do you hate this Montfleury?
My dear young man, I have 2 reasons, either one alone conclusive. Primo, a lamentable actor who mouths his verse and moans his tragedy, and heaves up, like a hod carrier, words that ought to soar on their own wings. And segundo, well, that's my secret.
Quite so. And the mere money. You like I returned, yes?
You speak the first word of intelligence. Here. I shall not harm the mantle of the muse. Catch. And bite your tongue.
Monsieur, you are hereby authorized to close our play every night on the same terms.
That's
And welcome! Let us be booed together, you and I. Kindly exit out quietly. Quietly!
Idiots.
But what a scandal! Montfleury, the great Montfleury. Did you know that Duke de Candau was his patron? Who is yours?
No one.
No one. No patron?
I have told you twice. Must I repeat myself? No patron, but a patroness.
And when do you leave Paris?
That's his baby.
The Duke de Candau has a long arm.
Mine is longer. By 3 feet of steel.
Yes, but you dream of daring.
I do dream of daring. You may go. You may go. Or tell me, why are you staring at my nose?
No,
Does it astonish you?
your Grace misunderstands.
Is it long and soft like a trunk?
I never said...
Or crooked like an owl's beak? Perhaps a pimple ornaments the end of it?
No.
Or a fly parading up and down? What is this portent? This phenomenon?
But I have been careful not to look.
And why not, if you please?
Why?
Does its color appear to you unwholesome?
By no means.
Or its form obscene?
Not in the least, no.
Then why assume this deprecating manner? Perhaps you find it just a trifle large?
Oh, no, small, very small. Infinitesimal.
What? Small? My nose? You accuse me of absurdity.
Oh my God.
Why? Magnificent, my nose. You pug, you knob, you buttonhead. Know that I glory in this nose of mine, for a great nose indicates a great man. Courageous, kind, genial, intellectual, brave, as I am, and as you, dear sir, will never dare to be, even in imagination, for that face, that Blake, inglorious concavity with which my right hand finds, is as devoid of prose, of poetry, of character, of contour, of soul, of nose, in short, as that which at the tail end of your spine, my left foot. Let this be a lesson to all who find this feature of my countenance a theme for comedy. When the humorist is noble, my custom is to show appreciation more proper to his rank, more heartfelt, more pointed.
Presently, this fellow shall grow tired.
Oh, he blows his trumpet.
Well, will no one interfere?
No one. Observe, as I, myself, will proceed to put him in his place. Sir, your nose is, rather large.
Rather.
Well, yes.
Is that all?
Well, of course.
No, my dear young sir, you are too simple. Why, you might have said, oh, a great many things. Monsieur, why waste your opportunity? For example, thus, aggressive. Aye, sir, if that nose were mine, I'd have it amputated on the spot. Descriptive, 'tis a rock, a crag, a cape, nay, a peninsula. Kindly, do you love the little birds so much that when they sing to you, you give them this to perch on? Pedantic? Does not Aristophanes mention a mythological creature called Hippocampo elephantos camelus? Surely we have here the original. Eloquent? When it blows, the typhoon howls and the clouds darken. Dramatic. When it bleeds, the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Enterprising? What a sign for some perfumer. Or, parodying Faustus in the play, is this the nose that launched 1,000 ships and burned the topless towers of Ilium? These, my dear sir, are things you might have said had you some tinge of wit or letters to color your discourse. But wit? Not so. You never had an atom. And letters, well, you need only 3 to spell you out. An A-S-S. Moreover, if you had the invention before these spoke to make jest of me, be sure you would not then articulate the 20th part of half a syllable at the beginning. For I say these things lightly enough myself, about myself, but I allow none else to utter them.
Come.
But these arrogant grand airs, look at him. He looks like a clown. No gloves, no lace, no ribbon, not even buckles on his shoes.
I carry my adornments on my soul. I do not dress up like a popinjay, but inwardly I keep my daintiness. Not an insult gone unwashed, not a conscience yellow with unpurged bile. I go caparisoned in gems unseen. But, no, I have no gloves. Oh. A pity, too. I had one, the last one of an old pair. I lost it. Very careless of me. Some gentleman offered me impertinence, and I left it in his face.
Don't, fool, bumpkin, insolent puppy, nincompoop.
Oh, yes! And I, Hercule Sauvignon de Cyrano de Bergerac.
Buffoon.
Oh.
What is all this?
Oh, these cramps. I must do something to relieve them. This is what comes of lack of exercise.
What do you mean by?
Oh, my sword has gone to sleep.
So be it.
You shall die exquisitely.
A poet.
Why, yes, a poet. So while we duel, I'll compose you a ballade extempore.
A ballade.
Surely you know what that is.
Yes.
A ballade, sir, is formed of 3 stanzas, 8 lines each, and a refrain of 4. I shall compose one for you while we fight, and at the end of the last line, thrust home.
Will you?
I will. The duel at the Hotel de Bourgogne between de Bergerac and a buffoon.
And what do you mean by that?
Oh, that? The title.
Form a circle.
Stop! Let me choose my rhyme. There we go. Now, lightly I toss my hat away, languidly over my arm let fall the cloak that covers my bright array, then out sword and to work withal. A Lancelot at his lady's hall, a Spartacus at the hippodrome. I dally a while with you, dear jackal. Then, as I end the refrain, thrust home! Where shall I skewer my peacock? Nay. For you to have shunned this brawl, here in the heart through the ribbons gay, in the ballet under the silken shawl. Oh, how the spear rings musical. Mark how my point floats, light as the foam. Wow. Wow. Ready to drive you back to the wall. Then, as I end the refrain, thrust home! Oh, for a rhyme, you are white as whey. You break, you cower, you cringe. You crawl. Tack, and I parry your last essay, so may the turn of my hand forestall. Like with its honey, like with its gold, may the turn of my fancy roam. Free for a while till the rhymes recall. Then, as I end the refrain, thrust home. Refrain! Prince, pray God that is Lord of all, pardon your soul for your time has come. Beat, cast, fling, you a set, you a sprawl. Then, as I end the refrain, thrust home.
Come here and tell me.
Let this crowd go first. Lady said,
Certainly. Strike. Close the house. Leave the lights on. We'll rehearse a new farce after dinner.
You done?
I? No.
And why not?
Because I have no money.
With the purse of gold.
Farewell, paternal pension.
So you have until the 1st of next month.
Nothing.
What a fool.
But what a gesture!
Pardon, monsieur. A man ought never to go hungry. See, I have everything here, please.
My dear child, I cannot bend this Gascon pride of mine to accept such a kindness. But for fear that I will hurt you if I refuse, I will take, not very much. A grape, 1, water, clear, and half a mackerel.
Old idiots.
Please, nothing more.
Why Why, yes. Your hand to kiss?
Thank you. Good night.
Now I'm listening. Dinner? Drink? Dessert? Lord, I was hungry. Abominably. You were saying?
Well, these fat heads with the bellicose grand air shall have you ruined if you listen to them. Come, speak to one of sense and see where all your swagger gets you.
Enormously.
The cardinal.
Was he here?
He must have thought of you.
Original?
Well, but
He himself is a playwright. He should not be too displeased that I have closed another author's play.
all the enemies you have made.
How many do you think?
48, without the women.
Count them.
Montfleury, Baruch, De Guiche, the Comte, the old man, all of the academy.
Enough! Oh, you make me happy!
But what is the point? What is your plan?
I have wasted my forces upon too many plans. I have chosen one.
What's one?
The most simple, to make myself, in all things, admirable.
Well then, the real reason you hate Montfleury. Come now, the truth.
That bloated souse who cannot hold his own belly in his arms still dreams of being sweetly dangerous among the ladies, making sheep's eyes out of that great frog face. Oh, I hate him ever since he dared lay eyes upon my friend. I seem to see over some great flower a snail crawling.
What? Is it possible?
For me to love? I love.
If I may ask, you never said.
Whom I love? Why? Think for a moment. Think of me with this nose of mine that marches on before me by a quarter of an hour. Me, whom the plainest woman would despise. Why? Whom must I love? Of course, it must be the woman in the world most beautiful.
Most beautiful?
Yes, in the whole world. Most wise, most witty, most fair also.
Who and what is this woman?
The great rose wherein love lies in ambush for its natural prey.
It is clear to me.
Transparently.
Madeleine Roman, your cousin.
Roxanne.
Why, if you love her, tell her so. You have painted yourself with glory in her eyes this very night.
My friend, look at me and tell me how much hope remains for me with this protuberance of mine. I have my days, now and then, knowing myself so tender, where I walk through some garden, fresh with flowers after the benediction of the rain. My big devil of a nose inhales April, and my eyes follow, wherein I spot some boy with a woman on his arm, and they pass a patch of silver, and I feel somehow. I wish I had a woman too, holding my arm like so, taking little steps under the moon, and I dream, and I forget. And then I see the shadow of my profile on the wall.
My friend.
My friend, I have my days, now and then, knowing myself so ugly, so alone, that sometimes...
You weep.
No, never that. Never any tears for me. Tears trickling down all the long way this nose of mine. I shall not so profane the dignity of sorrow.
But love is nothing more than a chance.
Not so. I adore Cleopatra. Have I the look of Caesar? I love Beatrice. Do I appear Dante?
But your wits, your courage. Why, That poor child who just now gave you your dinner. You saw with your eyes. Her eyes did not avoid yours.
That is true.
Well then, Roxanne, watching your duel, paler than
Pale.
lips parted, hand against her breast, mon Dieu, I saw it. Speak to her. Speak, man.
Through my nose, she might laugh at me. That is the one thing in the world I fear.
A lady. Asking for monsieur.
Monsieur Duenna.
Monsieur, the message for you from our good cousin. We desire to know when and where we may speak with him privately.
Me? To see me?
To see you, we have certain things to tell you.
Certain
Things.
Monsieur!
We go tomorrow. First flush of dawn to hear mass at Saint Roche. Afterwards, where can we meet and talk a little?
Monsieur, where? Monsieur!
Well?
I am thinking!
Oh, what do you think?
Monsieur! Ragueneau, the shop of the pastry cook.
Who dwells?
Monsieur! In Rue Saint-Honoré.
We are agreed. Remember, 7 o'clock. Until then.
I'll be there. Me! Just see me!
You look not gloomy.
How should I be? She knows I exist no matter the reason why.
Then you should be happy.
Now I'm going to be a flame, a storm. I have 10 hearts, 100 arms. I must fight whole armies all at once. I feel too strong to war with mortals. Bring me giants!
Less noise. We're rehearsing here.
We don't go.
Cyrano,
Yes?
here's your straight up.
Lumiere, what's the matter with
He
him?
wants you.
He's afraid to go home.
Why?
This letter. 100 against 1. Oh, that's me. I'm the one. All because of a little song, a good song. 100 men waiting, understand. Wait home, Port de Denel. It might be dangerous. Would you permit me spend the night with you?
100. Is that all? You are going home!
Why?
Take a lantern. You others follow. I want an audience. I say I'll be the man tonight that sees you home.
But why help this?
There goes the bray, growling.
This drunkard here.
Because this drunkard here, this ton of sack, this butt of Burgundy, has once in his life done one lovely thing. After the Mass, according to the form, he saw the lady of his life take holy water for a blessing. So this one, who shudders at a drop of rain, this fellow here runs headlong to the font, bends down, and drinks it dry.
That is a pretty thought.
Was it not?
But why 100 men against one poor poet?
Forward march! And remember, gentlemen, no one come to my rescue. I shall fight alone. Isabel, Leandre, the doctor, the whole company come. We'll be a swarm of murmuring golden bees. We'll parody Italian farce and tragedy of blood. Masks for blazonry, ribbons for banners, and tambourines to be our rolling drums.
Lead on.
To the Port de Denel! Do not ask, my dear friend, why against one singer they send 100 swords? Because they know this one to be a friend of mine.
Oh, paper bags. Thank you. What? My manuscripts! The sacred verses of my poets, rent asunder limb from limb, butchered to make base packages of pastry? Oh, you are one of those insane but gods who destroyed Orpheus.
Your dirty poets left them here to pay for eating half our stock in trade. We want to make some profit out of them.
What a way to use poetry.
Well, what is the use of it?
But, my dear girl, what would you do with prose?
Ragnar, have you the time?
6:30.
Half hour more.
Felicitations.
And for what?
Your victory. I saw it all.
Oh. Which one?
The Hotel de Bourgogne.
Oh, the duel!
The duel in rhyme.
He talks of nothing else.
Nonsense.
Then, as I end the refrain, thrust home. Then, as I end the refrain, gods, what a line. Then, as I end the refrain,
Ragnar, have you the time now?
still 6:30. Thrust home. Oh, a ballade too.
Cyrano, your hand, what have you done?
Nothing.
Oh, what danger now?
No danger.
I believe he is lying.
I am expecting someone. Leave us here alone when the time comes?
Ooh, how can I? In a moment, my poets will be here.
Break their fast.
Take them away when I give the signal. Have you a pen?
An eagle's feather.
Greeting.
Who is this?
My wife's friend. A terrific warrior. So he says.
I see. Only to write, to fold, to give it to her, and go. Coward! And yet, devil take my soul if I dare speak one word to her. Whereas in writing, come, I shall write to her the letter I have written on my heart and thrown away. Many times, so many times that all I have to do is to remember and write it down.
Here are your scarecrows.
My dear brother.
Oh, Lord of roasts! How sweet thy dwellings are!
Oh, these geniuses, they put one at one's ease.
Oh, we were delayed by the crowd at the Porta de Nell.
Oh.
Dead men all scarred and gory scattered across the stones. Villainous looking scoundrels. 8 of them.
8? I thought only 7.
Do you know the hero of this massacre?
I? No.
Do you?
Perhaps.
Yeah, they say that one man put to flight that whole crowd.
And everywhere lay swords, daggers, pikes, bludgeons.
Your eyes?
Well, as far as the eye could see, there were hats and cloaks.
Why, that man must have been the devil.
Your lips?
Some savage monster must have done this thing.
When I look at you, I grow faint with fear.
Well, what have you written lately, Ragnar?
A recipe in rhyme.
Signed, your friend who loves... No signature. I'll give it to her myself.
Read us your rhymes.
You may go.
Come on.
Poor little fellows. Madame, this musketeer, he is making love to you?
If any man offends my virtue, all I have to do is look at him.
I do not find those eyes of yours unconquerable. Listen, I am fond of Ragnar. I allow no one, do you understand, to take his name in vain. I think I interrupt you.
You swallowed that? You ought to have pulled his nose.
His nose! His nose, I.
Let us come inside.
Well,
We shall be more comfortable.
But the capes.
So bring them along.
If I should see the faintest spark of hope this welcome. Pardon me. One word?
Take two.
Have you a good digestion?
Wonderful.
Good. Here is a poem by Bergerac, which I fill for you with eclairs.
Oh,
Do you like cream puffs?
only with whipped cream.
Wonderful. Here are 6, enfolded in a poem by Salomon. This ode to Chaplin looks deep enough to hold a jelly roll. Do you love nature?
Oh, I'm mad about it.
Then go out and read these in the streets. Do not return until you finish them. Blessed above all else be the hour when you remember to remember me, and came to tell me what?
First, I must thank you because that man, that creature whom your sword made sport of the other night, his patron, one
The geese?
who thinks himself in love with me, would have forced that man upon me for a husband.
I see. So much for the better then. I fought, not for my nose, but for your pretty eyes.
And then to tell you, but before I can tell you, are you still, I wonder, the same big brother, almost, you used to be when we were children, playing down by the pond in the old garden down there?
I remember. Every summer you came to Bergerac.
You used to make swords out of bulrushes.
And your dandelion dolls with golden hair.
And those green plums.
And those black mulberries.
Oh, in those days you did everything I wished.
Roxanne, in short skirts, was called Madeleine.
Was I pretty?
Oh, not too plain.
I remember you used to hurt your arm and come running to me. And I would be your mother and say, oh, in a very grown-up voice, now, let me see. What have you done to yourself? Wait! I said, let me see. Still? At your age, how did you do that?
Playing with the big boys down by Porte de Nel.
Come here to me.
Such a wise little mother.
And tell me, while I wash this blood away, how many you played with?
About 100.
Tell me.
No, let me go. And tell me what you were going to tell me, if you dare.
I think I do dare. Oh, it seems like long ago when I could just tell you things. Yes, I do dare. Listen, I love someone.
Ah.
Someone who does not know.
Ah.
At least not yet.
Ah.
A big boy who loves me too and is afraid of me and keeps away and never says one word.
Ah.
Let me have your hand a moment. My, how hot it is. I know. I see him trying. There. That should do it. And to think, he is a soldier in your own regiment.
Ah!
Yes, in the guards, your company too.
Ah?
And such a man. He is proud, young, noble, brave, beautiful. Oh.
Beautiful.
What is it?
Nothing. My hand.
Well, I love him. That is all. Oh, and I never did see him anywhere except at the Comédie.
You've never spoken to him?
Only with our eyes.
Why then, how do you know?
Because people talk about people, and I hear things, and I know.
You say he is in the guards. His name?
Baron Christian de Noviette.
He is not in the guards?
Yes, as of this morning. Captain Carbon de Castle Jaloux.
So soon. So soon we lose our little hearts. But my dear child.
Oh, eat the cakes, Monsieur de Bergerac.
Good! Now go out and read the poetry. But my dear child, you who love only words, wit, the grand manner. Why, for all you know, the man may be a fool or a savage.
His curls are like a hero from Derf.
His mind may be as curly as his hair.
Not with such eyes. I read his soul in them.
Oh, yes, all our souls are written in our eyes. But if he be a bungler?
Then I shall die. There.
I see. And you came here to tell me this. I do not yet quite understand, madame, the reason for your confidence.
They say that in your company. It frightens me. That you are all Gascons.
And that we pick a fight with any flatfoot who dare intrude himself, whose blood is not pure Gascon like our own. Is this what you have heard?
I'm so afraid for him.
Not without reason.
And I thought you were so brave, so invincible the other day against all those brutes. I thought, if you, whom they all fear...
I see. I will protect your little baron.
Will you? Just for me, because I've always been your friend?
Of course.
Will you be his friend?
I will be his friend.
Will you ever let him fight a duel?
Never.
Oh, but you are a darling. I must go. You never told me about last night. Why, you must have been a hero. Have him write and tell me all about it, will you?
Of course.
Oh, I always did love you. Well, adieu. We are great friends, are we not?
Certainly.
100 men. You shall have to tell me the whole story someday when I have time. 100 men. What courage.
I've done better since.
May I come in?
Of course.
There he is, all hero.
Captain.
We know it. All our company's here.
No.
Come, they're waiting for you.
No.
Come, they're only across the street.
Please.
Our champion refuses. He's not feeling well today.
The whole town's looking for you. Raving mad. A triumph. And those who saw the fights.
I hope you have not told them.
Of course I've told them. And Roxanne.
Hush.
Cyrano!
Success. At last. A message from the Marshal de Gassion, who wishes to express to me his admiration. He's heard of your affair.
The Marshal speaks with authority.
He said just now it would have been incredible were it not for the witness of our eyes.
What was it?
Hush.
Something is wrong.
Are you in pain?
Ah. In pain? Before this crowd? In pain. You shall see.
Your name is already known as a soldier. You're one of those wild Gascons, are you not?
The guards, yes! A cadet!
One of ourselves.
Ah, so all these gentlemen with the haughty air, these are the famous...
Cyrano.
Captain!
With our troops being present, why not introduce us to Comte de Guiche?
The cadets of Gascoigne, the defenders of Carbon de Castel Jaloux. Free fighters, free lovers, free spenders, the cadets of Gascoigne, the defenders of old homes, old names, and old splendors. A proud and pestilent crew, the cadets of Gascoigne, the defenders of Carbon de Castel Jaloux.
Poets are fashionable nowadays, have about one. Would you care to join my following?
I do not follow.
You're proud, my friends.
You have observed that.
Cyrano, look what we found this morning in the streets. The plumes dropped in their flight by those fine birds who showed the white feather.
Spoiled the hunt, well mounted.
Whoever hired those rascals, he must be an angry man today.
Who was it? Do you know?
Myself. I hired them to do the sort of work we do not dirty our hands with. Punishing a drunken poet.
Well, what can we do with them? They ought to be preserved before they spoil.
Sir, will you not return these to your friends?
As for you, have you read Don Quixote?
I have, and found myself the hero.
Be sure to reread the chapter of the windmills.
Chapter 13.
Yes. Remember, windmills, when attacked, may swing their large arms and cast you into the mire.
Or up among the stars. Gentlemen, gentlemen.
You have done it now. You have made your fortune.
There you go again, growling.
At least with this latest pose of yours, ruining every chance that comes your way becomes exaggerated.
Very well, then I exaggerate.
You do.
Yes, on a principle. There are certain things a man does well in this world to carry to extremes.
Stop trying to be the three musketeers all at once. Fortune and glory.
What would you have me do? Seek for the patronage of some great man, and like a creeping vine along a tall tree crawl upwards, where I cannot stand alone. Wear out my belly, groveling in the dust. Scratch the back of any old swine that root up gold for me? No, thank you. Labor night and day to build a reputation on one song and never write another. Love more to make a visit than a poem. Seek favor, introduction, influence. No, thank you. No, thank you. And again, I thank you. But to sing, to dream, to walk in my own way, alone, but free, with an eye to see things as they are, and to never write a line I have not heard in my own heart. Yet, with all modesty, to say to myself, be satisfied with fruits, with flowers, with weeds even, but gather them all in a garden you may call your own. So when I win some triumph by some chance, render no share to Caesar. In a word, I am too proud to be a parasite. And if my nature wants the germ that goes towering to heavens like the mountain pine, or like the oak, sheltering multitudes, I stand. Not high, it may be, but alone.
Alone, yes. But why turn your back against the world? What devil has possessed you now to go about yourself making enemies?
Watching you other people make friends as a dog makes friends. I mark the manner of these canine courtesies and think to myself, my friends are of a cleaner breed. Here comes, thank God, another enemy.
This is madness.
Method, let us say. It is my pleasure to displease. I love hatred. Imagine how it feels to face the volley of 1,000 angry eyes.
Yes. Tell this to the whole world. And to me, say very softly, she loves you not.
Hush.
Cyrano, how about a story?
Presently.
A story of the combat. An example for, this young tadpole here.
Tadpole?
Yes, you narrow-gutted northerner, sir.
Hark you, Monsieur Immediate. You are to know there is a certain subject, I would say a certain object, never to be named among us, utterly unmentioned.
And that is.
Hey, look at me. You understand.
Why, yes.
No, we never speak that word. To read it is to have to do with it.
He has exterminated several whose tone of voice suggested.
Would you like to die before your time? Just to mention anything convex or cartilaginous.
One word, one syllable, one gesture. There. One sneeze, and your handkerchief becomes your burial shroud.
Captain,
Sir,
what is the proper thing to do when Gaston's grow too boastful?
Prove to them that one may be a northerner and still have courage.
Thank you.
Cyrano, your story.
My story. Very well. There I was. I marched on to meet those devils. The moon hung overhead like a golden waft at the fob of heaven, till suddenly Some angel rubbed a cloud, as it might be his handkerchief, across that shining orb, and the night came down. Mon Dieu, it was so dark in those back streets, you could not see before your...
No.
Who is that man there?
A recruit.
A recruit.
Arrived this morning.
His name is Christian de Neuvillette.
I see. Very well. As I was saying, damn it! I go on. I marched on to meet those devils. It was so dark, you could not see your hand before your eyes. I marched on, thinking how? All for the sake of one souse who wrote a bawdy song. Whenever he took a
Nose fool.
Whenever he took a notion, after all, for his sake I might antagonize some man dangerous enough to make me pay
Through the nose.
the piper. Pay the piper. After all, I thought, why am I putting in my
nose?
Or why am I putting in my oar? The quarrel is none of mine. However, now I am here, I may as well go through with it. Come, Gascon, do your duty.
Yeah.
Suddenly, a sword flashed in the air. I caught it fair.
On the nose.
On my blade, there I was.
Rubbing noses.
Crossing swords with half a score at once. I handed one.
A nosegay.
One went down, the rest gave way. I charged.
Nose in the air.
I skewered two of them, disarmed a third, another lunge. I counted. Enough! Out of here, all of you! Leave me here alone with that man!
Oh, at last, the old lion awakes.
To my arms!
Sir.
You are brave!
Oh. That.
You have courage. It pleases me.
You mean?
Do you not know I am her brother? Come.
Who?
Roxanne's?
Her brother, you.
Her cousin, much the same.
And she has told you?
Everything.
She loves me.
Perhaps.
My dear sir, more than I could say, I am honored.
Oh, this is rather sudden.
Please forgive me.
Why? He is a handsome devil, this fellow.
If only you knew how much I have admired.
Oh, yes, and all those noses which...
Please, I apologize.
Roxanne expects a letter.
Not from me.
Why not?
Once I write, that ruins all.
Why?
Because I am a fool, stupid enough to hang myself.
You are no fool. You call yourself a fool, there's proof enough in that. Besides, you did not attack me like a fool.
Any man could pick a quarrel. Yes, I have a sort of rough and ready soldier's tongue. I know that. But when it comes to any woman, paralyzed, speechless, dumb, I can only look at them. And sometimes when they go away, their eyes.
Why not their hearts, if you should wait and see?
No, I am one of those. I know, those men who can never make love.
Strange. I might perhaps make love well if I gave my mind to it.
If only I had the words to say what I have here.
If only I could be a handsome little musketeer with eyes.
And besides, you know, Roxanne, how sensitive. One rough word in that sweet illusion. Gone.
I wish you might be my interpreter.
I wish I had your wit.
Borrow it then. Your beautiful young manhood lend me that, and we two shall make one hero of a romance.
What?
Would you dare give to her the words I give you day by day?
You mean?
I mean, Roxanne shall have no disillusionment. Come, shall we win her together? Take this soul within this leathern jacket of mine and breathe it into you. Then, There's my heart under your velvet now.
But Cyrano!
But Christian, why not?
I'm afraid.
I know. Afraid that when you have her all alone, you lose all. Have no fear. It is yourself she loves. Give her yourself put into words. My words. Reading my words on your lips.
But your eyes, they burn like...
Will you? Will you?
Does it mean so much to you?
It means a comedy, a situation for a poet. Come, shall we collaborate? I'll be your cloak of darkness, your enchanted sword, your ring to charm the fairy princess.
But the letter I cannot write.
The letter. Here.
What is this?
All there but the address.
You may send it. It'll serve.
But why have you done this?
I've amused myself, as we poets do, writing vows to any pretty name. Chloris, Phyllis, why, you might have had a pocket full of them. Here. You may send it. You will find me all the more eloquent being insincere.
But first, there must be a few changes here and there, written at random. Does it fit Roxanne?
Like her own glove.
No, but...
My dear child, have no fear. Roxanne will know this letter for her own.
Nothing. A shadow like a dream that hard to get it up.
My friend.
No, yeah. Well. Now we are allowed to talk about his nose. Here's our devil, Christianized. I fed one nostril and he turns the other. Hey, Lise, come here. What a horrid smell! What is it? You ought to know about such things. What seems to have died around here?
Cabbages!
And so, she ran off with a musketeer. I was ruined. I was alone. Remained nothing for me to do but to kill myself. And so I did. Presently along comes Monsieur de Bergerac and cuts me down and makes me steward to his cousin.
Ruined, but I thought your pastry was a great success.
Lise loved the soldiers, and I loved the poets. Mars ate up all the cakes Apollo had left. It did not take long.
Roxanne, are you ready? We are late. Putting on my cake. Clomere across the way receives on Thursday nights. We are to have a psycho colloquy. Roxanne, hurry! Tommy! Serenade! How pleasant!
No. F natural, you natural-born fools.
Is that you, Cyrano?
I praise your lilies fair and long to love your roses.
I'll come down. Wait. Did you train these virtuosi?
No. I won them on a bet from Desticy. He tells me I'll wager you a day of music. Well, of course he lost. And so until tomorrow, they're mine. My own private orchestra. Pleasant at first, but they become a trifle. Here, go play a minuet for Montfleury, and tell him I sent you. I came here to inquire after our friend. Oh, play out of tune, and keep on playing. our friend with a great soul.
He is beautiful and brilliant, and I love him.
Do you find Christian intellectual?
More so than you, even.
I am glad.
No man has ever so wonderfully said those things, those pretty nothings that are everything. Sometimes he falls into a reverie. His inspiration fails, and all at once he'll say something absolutely,
Really?
how like a man. You think just because he has a handsome face, he must be a fool.
He talks well about matters of the heart.
He does not talk. He rhapsodizes, dreams.
He writes well.
Wonderfully. Listen now. Take my heart. I shall have it all the more. Plucking the flowers, we keep the plants in bloom. Well,
Puh.
and this, knowing you have in store more heart to give than I to find heart room.
First he has too much heart, then too little. Just how much heart does he need?
You are teasing me. You are jealous.
Jealous?
Of his poetry. You poets are like that. Oh, and these last lines, are they not the last words of tenderness? Sending you kisses through my fingertips. Lady, read my letters with your lips.
Yes, those last lines. But he overwrites.
And this.
You know them all by heart.
Everyone.
I may call that flattering.
Monsieur de Guiche, come inside. If he does not know you are here, it may be just as well. He may suspect.
My secrets. Yes, do not let him know. He is powerful and he is in love with me. One look of his would frost my roses before bloom.
I understand. Very well.
We were just going.
I came only to say farewell.
You leave Paris.
Yes, for the front.
Ah.
And tonight.
Ah.
We have orders to besiege Arras.
Paris?
Yes. And my departure leaves you cold.
No, not that.
It has left me desolate. When shall I see you? Ever? Did you know I was made colonel?
Bravo.
Regiment of the Guards.
Of the Guards?
His guards, your cousin. The mighty man of words. Down there we might have an encounter.
Christian.
What is it?
To the front? The war? Perhaps never again to... When a woman cares, does that mean nothing?
You say this to me now, in this very moment.
Tell me one thing. My cousin. You say you wish to be revenged upon him. Do you mean that?
Why? Would you care?
Not for him.
Do you see him?
Now and then.
He goes about everywhere nowadays with one of the cadets. The nouvelle heure.
But Cyrano, what will you do to him? Order him into danger? Ha! He'd love that. I know what I should do.
What?
Keep him here, with his guards, while all the regiment goes on to glory. That would torture him. To sit through the war with folded arms? I know his nature. If you hate that man, strike at his self-esteem.
Oh, woman, who but a woman would have thought of that?
He'll eat his heart out. While his Gascon friends will be biting their nails all day in Paris, and you will be avenged.
So you love me, then? A little? Making my enemies your own? Hating them? I should like to see in that a sign of love, Roxanne.
Perhaps it is one.
Here are the orders, all ready to send. The guards. Cyrano, I shall keep that one. And you play your little games, do you?
Now and then.
Oh, you, I am mad over you. Let me feel your hands when I feel you trembling. Listen. In the Rue d'Orléans, the Capuchins have their new convent. By their law, no layman may pass within those walls. I'll see to that. Their sleeves are long enough to cover me. And the servants of my uncle the cardinal shall fear his nephew. I'll come to you masked when everyone thinks I've gone. Oh, let me wait just one more day.
But if this be known, your honor, the war, your duty.
Just say yes.
No.
Whisper.
I ought not to let you. Go. Christian remains. I must have your hero, Antoine.
So you can love.
Only for whose sake I fear.
I'll go if that will content you.
Yes, my friend. Yes, my friend. Not a word of this to Cyrano. He would never forgive me if he knew I stole his war. Cousin! We are going over. Alcandre and Lissimon speak tonight. If Christian comes, tell him to wait.
When Christian comes, what will you two talk about? You always know beforehand.
About...
Well,
You will not tell him, will you?
I am dumb.
About... Nothing. Or about everything. I shall say to him, speak to me of love. Improvise. Rhapsodize. Be eloquent.
Good. Shh.
He must not know.
Of course.
He must be unprepared.
Certainly. I have your theme for tonight. Look intelligent. Now is your chance to surpass yourself. Bring on your memory. Come home and learn your lines.
No,
What?
I will wait here for Roxanne.
What lunacy is this? Come quickly.
No, I say, I have had enough. Taking my words, my letters, all from you, making our love a little comedy. It was a game at first, but now she cares. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid. I'll speak for myself.
Indubitably.
I will. Why not? I'm no such fool. You shall see. Besides, my dear friend, you have taught me much. I ought to know something. By God, I know enough to take a woman in my arms. There she is now, Cyrano. Wait.
Oh, speak for yourself, my friend.
I told you so. We missed the tender passion.
Christian, is that you? Ah, let us stay here in the twilight. They are gone. The air is fragrant. We shall be alone. So, come, sit. Now, tell me things.
I love you.
Yes, speak to me of love.
I love you.
Good. Now be eloquent.
I love...
You have your theme? Improvise. Rhapsodize.
I love you so.
Good. And then?
And then I should be happy if you love me too. Roxanne, say you love me too.
I ask for cream, and you give me milk and water. Tell me first a little how you love me.
Very much.
Oh, tell me how you feel.
Your throat. If only I might kiss it.
Christian.
I love you so.
Again?
No. Not again. I do not love you.
A little better.
I adore you.
Ah!
I know I grew absurd.
And that displeases me almost as if you had grown ugly.
I
Gather your dreams together into words.
love you.
I know, you love me. Adieu.
No, but wait. Well, what I was going to say was
That you adore me? Yes. I know that too. No, go away.
A great success.
Help me.
Oh, no, not I.
I cannot live unless she loves me now, this moment.
How the devil am I to teach you now, this moment?
Quick, look.
A window.
I shall die.
Shh. Less noise. It is dark.
Well. Well. Well.
Let us see what can be done. It is more than you deserve. Stand over there. Idiot! There, before the balcony. I'll stand underneath and whisper you what to say.
She may hear, she may.
Shh! Less noise.
We started in about 3. What next?
corner of the street. If anybody comes, play a tune.
Oh, what tune? Oh, musical philosopher.
Sad for a man or merry for a woman. Now go. Call up to her.
Roxanne,
Who is calling?
I,
Who?
Christian,
You again?
I had to tell you.
No, go away. You tell me nothing.
Please.
You do not love me anymore.
No, not anymore. I love you evermore, and ever more and more.
A little better.
Love grows and struggles like an angry child breaking my heart, this cradle.
Better still, but such a babe is dangerous. Why not smother it, newborn?
And so I do, and yet he lives. I found, as you shall find, this newborn babe, an infant Hercules.
Good.
Strong enough, at birth, to strangle those two serpents, doubt and pride.
Why, very good, but why do you speak so haltingly? Has your imagination gone lame?
Yeah, this grow's too difficult.
Your words tonight hesitate. Why?
They must grope in darkness toward the light of you.
My words better aimed find you more readily.
My heart is open wide and waits for them. Too large a target to miss. My words fly home heavy with honey like returning bees to your small secret ear. Your words fall to me swiftly, mine more slowly rise.
Yet not so slowly as they did at first.
They've learned the way, and you welcome them.
Am I so far above you now?
So far that if you let fall upon me one harsh word out of that height, you crush me.
I'll come down.
No!
Come nearer.
No!
And why so great a no?
Because let me enjoy the one moment my one chance to speak to you unseen.
Unseen?
Yes. Night, making all things dimly beautiful. You see only the darkness of a long winter shadow, and I the whiteness of a summer gown. How could you ever know what this moment means to me if I was ever eloquent?
You were eloquent.
You have not heard till now my own heart speaking.
Why?
Until now I spoke through.
Yes?
Through that sweet drunkenness you pour out into the world through your eyes. But tonight I indeed speak for the first time.
For the first time, your voice even, it is not the same.
How should it be? I have a new voice tonight. My own, daring to be myself to you and have no fear of moving you to laughter.
Laughter? Why?
Because what am I? What is any man that he would dare ask for you? Therefore my heart hides behind these pretty phrases. Shall we insult nature?
You never spoke to me like this.
I've made rhymes for you.
But poetry.
Love hates that game of words. There comes one moment once, and God help those who pass that moment by.
If that be true, and when that moment comes to you and me, what words will
All those that blossom in my heart, I'll fling to you, armfuls of loose bloom love. I love beyond reason, beyond doubt, beyond love's own power of loving. Your name is like a golden bell hung in my heart, and when I tremble, it swings and rings. Roxanne, Roxanne, Roxanne. All along my veins, Roxanne. I remember now, the 1st of May last year, you wore your hair down low that one time only. Is that strange? You know how after staring at the sun, one sees red suns everywhere so? For hours after the flood of sunshine that you are, I am blinded by your burning hair.
Yes, that is love.
dear, you may take my happiness to make you happy, even though you never know I gave it you. Now, let me die having lived. I have done this to you. I have made you tremble there in the green gloom above me. For you do tremble as a blossom among the leaves. You tremble, and I feel all along these jasmine branches, whether you will or no, the passion. If you tremble.
Yes, I do tremble, and I weep, and I love you, and I am yours, and you have made me thus.
What is death like, I wonder? I know everything else now. I have done this to you. I only ask one thing more.
One kiss.
One?
You!
You asked me for...
Yes, but I mean, you go too far.
She's willing, why not make the most of it?
Only one. Is that all?
All? How much more than all? I know I frighten you. I ask you to refuse.
Why?
Christian, be quiet!
What is that you say to yourself?
I am angry with myself, and so I say to myself, Christian, be quiet! Huh. Sad music, merry music, man, woman, what do they mean? A priest! What is this new game of Diogenes?
Oh, I am looking for the house of Madame Madeleine Robin.
This way, to the right, keep to the right.
Oh, I thank you, sir. I shall say my beads for you to the last grade.
Good fortune, Father, and my service to you.
Win me that kiss.
No.
Sooner or later.
Yes, that is true. Sooner or later it will be so, because you are young. She is beautiful.
Are you still there? We were speaking of...
A kiss. Yes. The word is sweet. What will the deed be? Are your lips afraid even of its burning name? Not much afraid. And what is a kiss when all is done? A new song sung to an old simple tune. The ring of one horizon around two souls together.
Hush.
Why? What shame? There was a queen of France once not long ago, and a lord of England. Like her, you are the queen I dare adore. Like him, I am faithful and forlorn.
Like him, beautiful.
So I am. I forget that.
Then come, gather your sacred blossom.
Go.
Your crown jewel.
Go.
Your old new song.
Climb up, you animal!
Your moment made immortal.
Roxanne.
Roxanne. It is the feast of love, and I am Lazarus. Yet, I have something now that I did not have before. I spoke the words that won you, kissing my words upon your lips. Oh, merry music, sad music, so decapitative. Hello!
Who is it?
Is Christian there with you?
Cyrano!
Cousin, good morrow.
Good morrow, cousin.
I'll come down.
Oh, again.
She lives here, Madeleine Robin.
Oh, you said Rolene.
No, Robin.
Here I am. What is it?
A letter. Oh, some matter profitable for the soul. A very noble lord gave it to me.
De Guiche.
He dares?
It will not be for long before he learns that I love you. Mademoiselle, the drums are beating and the regiment arms for the march. Secretly, I remain here in the convent. I have disobeyed. I shall be with you soon. I send this first by an old monk, as simple as a sheep, who understands nothing of this. Your smile is more than I can bear, and seek no more. Be alone tonight, waiting for someone who dares to hope. Oh. Father, this letter concerns you. And you. Listen. The cardinal will have his way, although against your will. That is why I am sending this to you by a most holy man, intelligent, discreet. You will communicate to him our order to perform here and at once the rite of holy matrimony. You and Christian shall be married privately in your house. I have sent him to you. I know you hesitate. Be resigned, nevertheless, to the cardinal's command, who sends herewith his blessing. Be assured also of my own respect and high consideration. Signed, your very humble... Oh, this is terrible!
Then you are to be...
I am the bridegroom.
Oh. Why, you...
Oh. Look here. A postscript. Give to the convent in my name 120 pistoles.
Think of it. A very worthy lord. Daughter,
Resign yourself.
I am resigned. The Guiche may come. Keep him out here with you. Do not let him...
I understand. How long will you be?
about a quarter of an hour.
Be quick. I will wait out here. Go inside.
Come.
Now, delay his grace by a quarter of an hour. I have. Up here. Oh, sad music. A man. Oh, very much a man. Not too high. I must float gently through the atmosphere.
Here's the house, all dark. Where's that cursed bleeding capture? Oh, damn this mask. What is that? Why, where did this man fall from?
The moon!
You,
The moon! The moon! The moon, I say!
The fellow is mad.
Where am I?
Why?
What day? What time? What place? What season?
You.
I am stunned!
My dear sir.
Like a bomb! A bomb! I fell from the moon!
Okay, now see here.
I am not speaking metaphorically.
Pardon?
An hour? 100 years? I really cannot say for how long I was in yonder shining sphere.
Quite so, please let me pass.
Where am I? Tell me the truth. I can bear it. What quarter of the globe have I descended like a meteorite?
Goodness.
Where am I? I could not choose my place to land. The earth had spun round so fast. Was it the earth, I wonder? Or is this another planet? Another moon? Whither have I been drawn by the dead weight of my posterior?
Sir, I repeat, please.
His face! My God, strange!
It's Max.
Oh, are we in Venice? Genoa!
A lady is waiting for me.
Oh, so this is Paris.
The fellow becomes amusing.
You smile.
I do. Kindly permit me to...
Dear old Paris. Well, well. You must excuse my appearance. I arrive a trifle singed as I came through the last thunderbolt. Through the ether, these long journeys.
Monsieur,
Here's a tooth stuck in my boot. Trying to get away from the great bear, I tripped over the scorpion and came down slap into one scale of the balances. This pointer marks my way to this moment.
hell.
No, no. Heaven. Curious place up there. Did you know Sirius wore a nightcap? True. Oh, the little bear is still too young to bite. My foot got in a lyre and broke a string. Well, when I tell the tale of my adventures, all the stars that catch in my clothes, I must shake out and save those to use for the asterisks.
That'll do. I wish.
You wish to know, yes, I know.
Sir.
You wish to know from my own lips the character of the moon's surface, its inhabitants, if any.
I wish no such thing.
You wish to know by what mysterious means I reached the moon. Well, confidentially, it was a new invention of my own. I imitated no one but myself, found not one, but four ways to violate the virgin sky. For instance, having stripped myself as bare as a wax candle, adorned myself in crystal vines filled with morning dew, and so, as the sun rises, be drawn aloft, drinking the mist of dawn.
Yes, and that makes one.
Or having constructed a locust in the shape of a rocket, driven from the rear upwards by leaps and bounds with villainous saltpeter.
2.
Or smoke, having a natural tendency to rise, blow myself into a globe large enough to raise me.
3.
Or, finally, having constructed an iron seat, hurl a magnet through the air, the iron follows, and so I repeat indefinitely.
4, and all excellent, and which should you adopt?
Why, none of them, but a fifth.
Which was
Yes.
an interesting idiot, this.
Woo! Woo!
Well,
Have you guessed it yet?
why no, I...
The ocean! What hour is rising tide, sinks the full moon, and so I lay myself fresh on the strand, my hair fronting the moonbeams, and so, as the ocean rises, be drawn aloft, effortlessly, as upon angels' wings. Wow! Whoosh! Whoosh! And suddenly, I felt a shock! The dead!
And then...
The dead! The time is up, Your Grace. They are bound in wedlock, and you are free.
Am I drunk? That voice. That knows.
Cyrano. At this very moment, they have exchanged rings.
Who? Zeus. You and him. My sincerest compliments. And to you, my inventor of machines, your rigmarole would have detained a saint entering paradise. Presently, you should not fail to write that book soon.
Sir, I engage myself to do so. My lord, the handsome couple you and God have joined together.
Quite so. Madame, kindly bid your husband farewell.
Oh,
Your regiment leaves tonight, sir. Report at once.
you mean for the front? The war?
Certainly.
I thought you said the cadets were not going.
Oh, yes, they are. Here are the orders. Bell ring! Deliver this.
Christian.
The wedding night is not so near.
Somehow that news fails to disquiet me.
Your lips again.
There, that is enough. Come.
You do not know how hard it is.
I know how hard it is.
The regiment is on the march!
Promise me you'll take care of him.
I will do my best, but I cannot promise.
Make him be careful.
I will try.
Be sure he stays dry and warm.
I will do my best.
See to it that he remains faithful.
Of course.
And have him write to me. Every single day.
That. I promise you.
Horrible. Why, yes, all of that.
Man!
Swear gently, you might wake them. Go to sleep. Hush. Who sleeps? Dines.
I have insomnia. God, what a famine.
Curse that musketry. They'll wake my babies. Go to sleep.
Oh, Mary! Again?
No, only Cyrano coming home.
Halt! Who goes there?
Halt! Who goes there?
Thank God again. Wounded.
No. They always seem to miss me. Quite a habit by this time.
There you go. Risking a life like yours before breakfast to send a letter.
I promised. He should write every single day. The boy looks pale when he is asleep. Thin, too. Starving to death. If only that poor child knew. Handsome, nonetheless.
Go. Get some sleep.
Now, you old bear. No growling. I am careful, you know I am. Every night, when I cross the Spanish lines, I wait until they are drunk.
Go on. Laugh. But to risk a life like yours to send letters. And where are you going?
To write another.
Those drunks, and they get nourished and sleep. Gone to the devil. Now then!
Oh, God, I'm hungry. Starving.
Up now!
Not another step.
Not another movement.
Look at my tongue. I said this air was indigestible. And my cornet for half a pound of cheese.
I have no stomach for this war. I'll be in my tent, like Achilles.
Cyrano!
Yeah, no bread, no fighting.
May as well die.
Come and talk to them. You know how to get them going. Get them laughing.
What are you gnawing there? Gun wads and axle grease. Backcountry this around airs.
Cyrano, come and help.
Well? You then, with the long face.
I have something on my mind that troubles me.
What is that?
My stomach.
So have I.
No doubt you enjoy this.
Keeps me looking young.
My teeth are growing rusty.
Sharpen them.
My belly's as hollow as a drum.
Beat the long roll on it.
Always the clever answer.
Always the answer, yes. Let me die so, saying a good thing for a good cause. Under the rosy golden sunset, by the point of honor, by the sword of one worthy to be my foeman. Laughter on my lips and steel in my heart, let me fall. You think of nothing but yourselves. Here, Bertrando, you were a shepherd once. Your pipe, now. Come. Play to these belly worshippers the old airs of the South. Airs with a sigh in them. Airs with a smile in them. Airs with the cool blue of the evening sky in them. Small, demure tunes whose every note is like a little sister. Like mountain smoke rising out of thin cottages in the still noon. Slowly. Listen, you Gascons. It is no longer the shrill fife, but the flute. No longer the hot battle cry, but the cool, quiet pipe our goat herds play. Listen, you Gascons, the hills, the downs, forest glens, the green sweetness of night on the Dordogne. Listen, you Gascons, it is all Gascoigne.
You make them weep.
For homesickness, a hunger more noble than that of the flesh. It is their hearts now that are starving.
Monsieur de Guiche,
Oh, flattery, murmur.
the courtier, always.
Cardinal's nephew, none less a Gascon.
He looks pale.
Poor devil must be hungry too.
Good morning. What have we here? Black looks. Yes, gentlemen, I'm informed I'm not popular. They call the colonel courtier, politician. They take ill that I cover my seal with a lace of gentleman. It is a disgrace to be a Gascon, and not to be a beggar. Well, so you have your captain punish you? No.
As to that, it will be impossible.
Oh.
I'm free. I pay my company. It is my own. We obey military orders.
Oh, that'll do. I can afford your little hates. My conduct under fire is well known. It was only yesterday I drove the Count of Caw from Bapaume, leading my men down like an avalanche. I myself led the charge.
And your white scarf?
You heard of that episode? Yes, rallying my men for the third time, I found myself captured among a crowd of fugitives. Seeing that I could be shot or killed, I thought quickly. I flung away my white scarf that denoted my rank. I was able to escape inconspicuously with my crew, rally them again, come back, and win the day. How about that? Presence of mind, yes?
Henry of Navarre, being outnumbered, never flung away his white plume.
My device was successful, however.
Possibly. An officer does not lightly resign the privilege of being a target. Now, if I had been there, well, your courage and my own differ in this. When you flung away your scarf, I should have put it on.
Boasting again.
Boasting? Lend it to me tonight. I'll lead the first charge with your scarf over my shoulder.
You know you're safe making that offer. My scarf lies in the river bank between the lines. Heavily swept by artillery, impossible to reach alive.
Yes. Here.
Thank you. That little bit of white was all I needed. I was going to make a signal. I was hesitant. But you have decided. What?
There's a man down there running away.
A Spaniard, very useful to both sides. He informs the enemy as I instruct him, and by his influence, I can arrange their disposition.
A traitor.
A traitor, yes, but useful. Last night, a little bit of news for you. Last night we had hopes of reprovisioning the army. Under the cover of the dark, the marshal moved to D'Orléans. Our supplies lie there. He might reach it, but to return he needs an extraordinary force. Almost half our entire strength. And at present, we have merely a skeleton.
Fortunately, the Spaniards do not know that.
Yes, they do, and they will attack. From my spy, I learned of their intentions. By his report, we can determine their point of advance. He asked me what to say. I said, go out between the lines, wait for my signal, and when you see it, attack there.
Gentlemen, now then!
You have perhaps an hour. But the good thing is to gain time. At any point, the marshal may return.
And to gain time.
You will all be so kind as to lay down your lives.
Ah, your revenge.
I make no great pretense of loving you, but when you gentlemen esteem yourselves invincible, the bravest of all brave and all that, why need we be so personal? I serve the king in choosing as I choose.
Sir, permit me to offer all our thanks.
You love your opportunity to fight 100 on 1. Here it is.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, we shall add now to our old Gascon arms, with their 6 chevrons, blue and gold, a 7th. Blood red!
Yeah!
Christian.
Roxanne,
Yes.
I shall like to say my farewell to her with my whole heart written for her to keep.
I thought of that. I've written your farewell.
Show me.
Wish to read it?
Of course.
What is it?
This little circle.
A circle.
Yes, a tear.
So it is. You see, a writer is like a lover in his lady's arms, believing all to be true. There's half the charm of writing. Now you see, this letter I have made so pathetic that I wept while I was writing.
You wept?
Why, yes. Because it is a little thing to die, but to never see her again, that is terrible. And I shall never, we shall never, you shall never.
Give me that.
Halt! Who goes there? A coach.
Through the Spanish lines?
The king's servants.
Oh,
Man!
Pass out! Oh, the king! Fall in, rascals! The king!
Good morning.
On the service of the king, you...
Yes, my own king. Love.
God is merciful.
But you, why have you...
Not now.
I wonder if I dare look at her.
You cannot remain here.
Why, certainly. Would you believe they fired upon us? And my carriage looks like the one in the fairy tale, does it not? My footman... How do you do? Why, how serious you all are. Cousin, I'm glad to see you.
But how did you come through?
Through the Spanish lines, of course.
They laid the task.
What did you say? How did you manage?
Yes, that must have been difficult.
No, we simply rode along. Every now and then some hidalgo scowled at us, at which point I smiled back. My best smile. And the Spaniards, being, without prejudice to the French, the most polished gentlemen in the world, I passed.
Certainly that smile of yours should be a passport. Did they ever ask you your errand or your destination?
Oh, frequently. So then I drooped my eyes and I said, I have a lover. Whereupon the Spaniard, with an air of ferocious dignity, closed my carriage door with such a gesture as any king might envy, waved aside the muskets leveled at my breasts, with his small, long plume bowed very low and said, pass, señorita.
But Roxanne,
I know, I said a lover, but you understand. If I had said I'm going to meet my husband, no one would believe me.
yes, but...
What then?
You must leave this place.
I?
Immediately.
And why?
Because...
In half an hour.
Oh, I see. You are all going to fight. I stay here.
No!
He is my husband. I will die with you.
This post is dangerous.
How dangerous?
The truth is, we are ordered to.
Oh, you wish to make a widow of me?
On my word of honor.
No matter. I'm just a little mad. I will stay here. It may be amusing. Monsieur de Bergerac, I am your cousin.
Can't breathe the lilies.
The Count ought to leave us. Any moment now, there might be danger.
This becomes too much. I must tend to my guns. When I return, you will have time yet.
No, I will not stir one step.
Open your hand that holds your handkerchief.
Why?
My company was in need of a banner. Now we have Ferris in the army.
Rather small.
But laced and embroidered.
Oh, she was smiling on me, I would die happy. But if only I had something in my...
Shame on you. Feast your eyes, you get
No,
your...
it must be this fresh air. Why, I'm starving. Let me think. Cold partridges. Pastries. A little white wine. Yes, that will do. Will someone fetch that for me?
Well, someone. Where the devil are we to find?
Why, in my carriage, of course.
What?
All you have to do is unpack and carve and serve things. Oh, and notice my footman. You may recognize an old friend.
Gentlemen! The Spanish basking in our smiles smiled on our baskets. They adored the fair but missed the foul. Venus charmed their eyes while Adonis brought home the boar.
Before you see them.
Spread everything out on the ground. Christian, come make yourself useful. Come back out of your dreams and pull this cloth.
I must speak to you before you see her.
We being about to die, first let us dine. Never mind the others, all for Gascoigne.
Yeah!
Oh, what's the matter?
You were so good to us.
Oh, there. A little wine, some bread. You, what would you like?
Nothing.
Oh, but you must. Some wine, some biscuits.
Tell me first why you came.
By and by, I must take care of these poor boys first.
Yeesh.
It smells good here. Madame, have you decided?
I stay here.
You have time to escape?
No.
Very well. Someone get me a musket.
What?
I stay here also.
Sir, you show some courage.
Indeed, a Gaston in spite of all that finery.
Why?
Must I run and leave a woman?
Oh, a Gaston after all!
Yeah! I've placed my pikemen up here.
We'll review them. We take my honor.
Speak quickly, what is it?
If Roxanne
Well,
asks about your letters,
yes, I know.
do not make the mistake of showing
What?
surprise.
Surprise, why?
I must have told you. It is perfectly simple.
Speak quickly.
You have written oftener than you think.
Oh. Have I?
I took it upon myself to interpret you and wrote sometimes without...
My knowing. Well,
Perfectly simple.
yes, perfectly. For a month we have been blockaded here. How did you send these letters?
Before daylight, I managed.
Yes, and that was also perfectly simple. So you wrote to her. How many times a week? Twice? 3 times? 4?
Often.
Every day.
Yes. Every single day.
And that worked you up into such a flame that you faced death.
Hush! Not before her.
Now, Christian.
Tell me why you came. Over these ruined roads and ruffians. You to be here with me?
Because your love letters.
Meaning?
It was your own fault if I ran into danger. I went mad. Mad with you. Think of what you have written me, how many times, each one more wonderful than the last.
All this for a few absurd love letters?
Hush, absurd. How can you know? I thought I loved you ever since one night when a voice I never would have heard underneath my window breathed your soul to me. And then in your letters, each one was like hearing your voice there in the dark, all around me, like your arms around me.
But you...
I read them over and over. I grew faint reading them. I belong to you. Each one was like a petal fallen from your soul, like the light and fire of a great love, sweet and strong and true.
Sweet and strong and true. You felt that, Roxanne?
You know how I feel.
So you came.
I came here to say, forgive me. It is time to be forgiven now when we may die, presently. Forgive me for being light and vain and loving you only because you are beautiful.
Roxanne.
Afterwards, I knew better. Afterwards, I had to learn to use my wings. I loved you for you too, knowing you more and loving more of you. And now it is yourself I love, your own true self.
Roxanne.
Be happy. For you must have suffered after you saw how frivolous I was, and to be loved for the mere costume, the poor casual body you went about in. To a soul like yours, that must have been torture. Therefore, with your words, you revealed your heart to me, and that image which filled my eyes at first, I can see better now, and I see it no more.
Oh.
You still doubt your victory?
Roxanne.
I know. You cannot perfectly believe in me, a love like this.
I want no love like this. I want love only for...
Only for what every woman can see in you? I can do better than that.
No, it was best before.
You do not altogether know me. Dear, I can love more of you, truly, if you were any less lovable.
No.
Any less charming, ugly even. I should love you still.
You mean that?
I do mean that.
Ugly.
Yes. Even then. Now, are you happy?
Yes.
What is it?
Only... nothing. One moment.
But
I am keeping you from these poor fellows. Go, smile at them. They are going to die.
Dear Christian.
Go. Cyrano.
What is wrong? You look...
She does not love me anymore.
You think not?
She loves you.
No.
She only loves my soul.
No.
Yes. And that means you, and you love her.
I
see. I know.
That is true.
More than
that.
Tell her so.
No.
Why not?
Why? Look at me.
She would love me if I were ugly.
She said that.
Yes. Now then.
It was good of her to tell you that. No, nonsense. Do not take her at her word. You will never be ugly. Go, she would never forgive me.
That is what we shall see.
No.
Let her choose one of us. Tell her everything.
You torture me.
Shall I ruin your chance of happiness because I have a cursed pretty face? That seems too unfair.
Then am I to ruin yours because I happen to be born with power to say what you perhaps feel?
Tell her.
Do not try me.
I'm tired of being my own rival.
Christian.
Our secret marriage fraudulent. No witnesses. It could be annulled.
You try me too far.
I want her love for the poor fool I am, or not at all. I'm going through with this. I will find out one way or another. I shall go down to the end of the post. Go. Tell her. Let her choose.
It will be you.
I hope so. Roxanne.
No.
Yes,
No.
Christian?
Cyrano has news for you. Important.
Oh. Important?
He is gone. Nothing. Only Christian thinks you ought to know.
I do know. He does not believe what I told him just now. I saw that.
Was it true? What you told him just now?
Yes. I said I should love him even if he were...
The word comes hard before me.
Even if he...
You can say it. I shall not be harmed. Ugly?
Even then. The guns.
Hideous.
Hideous.
Disfigured.
Or disfigured.
Even grotesque.
How could he ever be grotesque? Ever to me?
But you could love him so as much as...
Yes, and more.
Perhaps... God, perhaps it is true. This is too much happiness. Listen, Roxanne.
Cyrano!
Yes?
What is it?
All gone. All gone. I cannot tell her now or ever.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
They're fighting.
Come away.
These men.
Nothing.
You were telling me something.
Oh, that's nothing. Listen. I swear to you that the spirit of Christian, that his soul is no less good.
Was. Oh.
All gone.
Christian.
At the first volley. Here they come!
Christian!
Ready!
Christian!
Come on there! You!
Christian!
Heavy refuses!
Roxanne.
I have told her, and she loves you.
Yes, my darling.
Draw your ramrods!
He is not dead.
Obey your charges!
I can feel his cheek grow cold against mine.
Taken!
A letter over his heart for me.
My letter.
Fire!
Roxanne, they are fighting.
Wait a moment. No one else knew him but you. Was he not a great lover, a great man, a hero?
Yes, Roxanne.
A poet, adorable, unknown,
Yes, Roxanne.
a fine mind, a heart deeper than we knew, a soul magnificently tender.
Yes, Roxanne.
He is dead now.
Why? So am I. My love mourns for me and does not know.
The signal, hark! The trumpets! The army's return! Hold them! Hold them now!
On his letter, blood and tears.
No! This place is dangerous! Take her away. I'm going.
His blood, his tears.
She is fainted!
Hold them!
Lay down your arms!
So you have to yourself. Take care of her.
As you will. We can win if we hold on a little longer.
Good. Adieu, Roxanne.
We are breaking. I am twice wounded.
Never fear. I have 2 deaths to avenge tonight. Christian's and my own. Floats little banner with her name on it. Let them come!
Sister Claire has been looking in the glass at her new cat twice.
It is very pleasant, very.
And Sister Martha looked on out of the tart this morning.
I was wrong, very wrong.
Plum is such a little bird. Such a little plum.
I shall tell Monsieur de Bergerac this evening.
No, oh no, he will make fun of us. He will say nuns are so silly and so greedy.
And so good.
It has been 10 years, Mother Marguerite, that he has come here every Saturday, has it not?
More than 10 years. Ever since his cousin came to live among us here. Her worldly weeds among our linen veils. Her widowhood, an opportunity like a black dove among white doves.
No one else ever puts a happy sorrow of hers into a smile. He is such fun. He almost always makes us laugh. He teases everyone and pleases everyone, and we all love him, and he likes our cake too. I'm afraid he is not a good Catholic.
someday we shall convert him.
Yes, yes.
Let him be. I forbid you to worry him. Perhaps he might stop coming here.
But God.
Do not be afraid. God knows all about him.
Yes, but every Saturday he tells me, just as if he were proud of it. Well, sister, I ate meat yesterday.
He tells you so. The last time he said that he had not eaten anything for 2 days.
Mother.
He is poor. Very poor.
Who said so?
Monsieur Lebray.
Why does not someone help him?
He would be angry. Very angry. Let us go in. Madame Madeleine is a visitor.
The Duke de Vermont, is it not? The Marshal?
I think so, yes.
He has not been to see her for months.
He is busy. The court, the camp, the world.
And you stay here, wasting all that gold, forever and more.
Forever.
And still faithful?
And still faithful.
Have you forgiven me?
I am here.
Was Christian all that?
If you only knew him.
Ah. We're not precisely intimate. And his last letter, forever at your heart.
It hangs here like a holy reliquary.
Dead, and you love him still.
Sometimes I do not think he has altogether died. I feel his love flow all around me, living.
You see Cyrano often?
Every week. My old friend takes the place of my gazette. Under those trees where you are, his chair stands if the day be fine. The hour strikes, and I hear, I need not turn to look, the tapping of his cane on the steps. He laughs at me for my eternal needlework, tells me the story of the past week. And, there's Lebray. How goes it with our old friend?
Badly.
Indeed.
Oh, he exaggerates.
Just as I say, loneliness, misery. I told him so. His satires make a host of enemies. He attacks the false nobles, the false saints, the false heroes, the false artists. In short, to everyone.
But they fear that sword of his. Nobody dares touch him.
That's maybe so.
It's not violence I fear for him, but solitude, poverty, stealing on wolf's feet, old gray December.
That's nothing new in this world. You shouldn't worry him over much. He lives his life, his own way. Thought, word, and deed. Free.
My Lord Duke,
Yes, I know. I have all and he has none. Nevertheless, today I should be proud to shake his hand. Adieu.
I will come with you.
Yes, I envy him now and then. You know, when a man wins everything in this world, when he succeeds too much, he feels, especially heaven knows, he feels he has done nothing wrong. There's 1,000 small displeasures with himself. That's whole sum don't quite add up to remorse, but sort of a vague disgust. The ducal robes mounting up, step by step, to pride and power. And in their folds they brush along dry illusions and vain regrets, as your dress brushes along the whisper of dead leaves.
That sentiment does you honor.
Yes, I know. Monsieur Lebray, will you excuse us for a moment? Yes, it is true that no one dares attack your friend, but some dislike him nonetheless. And such a one said to me in court the other day, that man Cyrano may die, accidentally.
Thank you.
You can thank me all you want, but keep him at home. Tell him to be careful.
Careful. He is coming here. I will tell him this, yes, but...
Here I am. What is it?
My Madame, Dragonel wishes to see you.
Bring him in.
Madame, Monsieur.
First, tell your troubles to Lebré for a moment.
But, Madame. I'd rather you are here. She did not know so soon. I went to see him just now, a friend. As he came out of the door, I hurried on to join him. But at the corner of the street, as he passed, could it be an accident? I wonder. At the window overhead, a lackey with a heavy log of wood let it fall.
Cyrano!
I ran to him.
God, the cowards!
I found him lying with a great hole in his head.
Is he alive?
Alive, yes, but I had to carry him up to his room. Dear, have you seen his room?
Is he suffering?
No, unconscious.
Have you called the doctor?
One came for charity.
Oh, Cyrano. We must not tell Roxana at once. Did the doctor say?
His head, all white bandages. Let's go quickly. There was no one to care for him. All alone. If he tries to raise his head, he may die.
Come this way. The doctor. It's shorter.
Monsieur Lebré. Ah. There. The old chair for my old friend.
The best one in our best parlor.
Thank you, sister. The hour.
Monsieur de Bergerac.
In 14 years, late for the first time.
Yes, madly. I was detained by
Well,
a visitor. Most unexpected.
was your visitor tiresome?
Why, hardly that. Inopportune, let us say. An old friend. At the very least, an acquaintance.
Did you tell him to go away?
For the time being, yes. I said, excuse me, this is Saturday. I have a previous engagement, one I cannot miss, even for you.
You shall have to tell your friend to wait. I will not let you leave till dark.
Perhaps a little before dark I must go.
Oh, look. Someone waiting to be teased.
Yes, sister, approach. Beautiful, downcast eyes, so shy.
You, oh.
Hush. Yesterday I ate meat again.
Yes, I know. That is why you look so pale. In the refectory, before you go, come to me there. I'll make you a great big bowl of hot soup. Will you come?
Oh, will I come?
You are being quite reasonable today.
Has she converted you yet?
Oh, no, not for the world.
Why? Now I think of it, that is so. You bursting with holiness, and yet you never preach. Astonishing, I call it. Now I shall astonish you. I am going to let you pray for me tonight, at Vespers. Look at her, absolutely struck dumb.
I did not wait for you to say I might.
May the devil admire me if I ever hope to see the end of that embroidery.
I thought it was time you said that.
The leaves.
Yes. What color? The perfect Venetian red. Look at them fall.
Yes. They know how to die. A little way from the branch to the earth. A little fear of mingling with the common dust. And yet, they go down gracefully. A fall that seems like flying.
Melancholy. You.
Why, no, Roxanne.
Then go on. Tell me my court news. My gazette.
Let me see.
Ah.
Saturday, the 19th, the king fell ill after 8 helpings of grape marmalade. Sunday, the 20th, the queen held a ball at which they burned 763 wax candles. Special post, Madame de T.'s lapdog felt obliged to take 4 laxative pills.
Monsieur de Bergerac, will you kindly be quiet?
Monday, nothing. Ligdemir has a new lover.
Oh.
Tuesday, all the court has gone to Fontainebleau. Wednesday, the Comte de Fiesque spoke to Madame Montglanton. She said no.
He has fainted. Cyrano.
What is it? Oh, no, it is nothing. My old wound, it airs sometimes. It is nothing. It will soon be gone.
Poor friend.
There! It is gone.
We all have our old wounds. I have mine here under this faded scrap of writing. It is hard to read now, all but the blood and tears.
This letter. Did you not promise me that someday you would let me read it?
His letter? You wished?
I do wish it. Today. May I open it?
Open it and read.
Farewell, Roxanne, because today I die.
Aloud?
I know that it will be today, my own dearly beloved, and yet my heart's still so heavy with love, and I die without telling you. Nevermore shall my eyes drink the sight of you like wine, with a look that is a kiss, follow the sweet grace of your...
You read it. His letter.
I remember now the way you have, pushing back a lock of hair from your forehead, and my heart cries out and keeps crying, farewell, my dear, my dearest.
His letter, and you read it so.
My own heart's own, my treasure.
And a voice.
My beloved.
Such a voice.
My one true love.
As I remember hearing long ago.
I shall never leave you. Even now I shall not leave you. In another world, it will still be I who loves you beyond doubt, beyond measure, beyond love's own power of loving, beyond...
How can you read it? It is dark now.
Roxanne.
And in all these 14 years, he came to be the friend, to be amusing.
No.
It was you.
No, Roxanne.
And I might have known every time I heard you speak my name.
I swear.
It was you.
No.
It all makes sense now. The letters, that was you.
No.
And the poor, foolish words, that was you.
On my honor.
And the voice. And the dark, that was you.
No.
And the soul, that was you.
I never loved you.
Yes, you loved me.
No, he loved you.
Even now you love me.
No.
How many things have died and have been newborn? All the while, every night and every day, he gave me nothing. You knew that. You knew in this letter lying on my heart, those tears, you knew they were your tears.
The blood was his.
Why do you break that silence now? Today?
Why? Oh, because...
What madness! I knew it! Oh, he's here.
Here I am.
He has killed himself, Madame. Come in here.
And the faintness, was that?
No, it is nothing. I have not finished my gazette. Saturday, the 26th, an hour or so before dinner, Monsieur de Bergerac died, foully murdered.
What does it mean? Cyrano, what have they done to you?
By the sword of a hero, laughter on my lips and steel in my heart. I said that once. How fate loves a jest. Behold me, ambushed, taken in the rear. My noble foe, a lackey with a log of wood. My battlefield, a gutter. It seems too logical. I've missed everything, even my death. They're going to pray now.
Sister!
No, do not go away. I may not still be here when you return.
No, you will not die. I love you.
No, that is not in the story. You remember when Beauty said, "I love you" to the beast that was a fairy prince? His ugliness changed and dissolved like magic, but you see, I am still the same.
And I have done this to you. All my fault, mine.
No, on the contrary. I've never known womanhood and its sweetness but for you. I never had a sister. My own mother did not love to look at me. Later on, I feared the mistress with a mockery behind her smile. But you, because of you, I have had one friend, not quite all friend, cross my life, one whispering silken gown.
I have never loved but one man all my life, and I have lost him twice.
Cadets, Gascoigne, the defenders. The elementary mass. Now then, there's the point. Philosopher and scientist, poet, musician, duelist, he flew high and fell back again. A pretty wit whose like we lack, a lover not like other men. Here lies Hercule Sauvignon de Cyrano de Bergerac, who was all things and all in vain. Pardon me, I cannot stay. My moonbeam comes to carry me away. I would not have you mourn any the less that good, brave, noble Christian, but perhaps when the great cold gathers around my bones, that you may give a double meaning to your widow's weeds, and the tears you let fall may be, for a little, my tears.
Oh, my love.
Not here. Not lying down. No. I can feel it coming. I feel already shod with marble, gloved with lead. Let the old fellow come now. He shall find me on my feet, sword in hand.
Oh, Cyrano.
I can see him there. He is staring at my nose, that skeleton! What's that you say? Hopeless. Why? Very well. But a man does not fight merely to win. No, better to know one fights in vain. You there. Who are you? 100 against 1. I know them now, my ancient enemies. Falsehood. There! Compromise, cowardice, prejudice. Surrender. Never. You too, vanity. I knew you would overthrow me in the end. No! I fight on! I fight on! I fight on! Yes, all my laurels you have riven away, and all my roses. Yet, in spite of you, there is still one thing I bear away with me. And tonight, when I enter before God, my salute shall sweep away all the stars from that blue threshold. One thing, without stain, unspotted from the world. And that is...
And that is...
my white plume.